generosity initiative. And it benefits nonprofits throughout our community, but it's a way for us to pause and take some time to focus on the needs in our local community where we can be involved and how we can help out. If you haven't given yet to be rich, the giving is still open. And just as a reminder, 100% of what comes in goes out. We're gonna give a little bit of an update on that today, as well as you're gonna get to meet some fantastic people that are doing great work in our city. Before we get to that though, and by the way, that's what this is for. You're actually gonna get to hear from some of these folks today. We're gonna do a little bit of that interview style because many of you said you liked that last time we did it. So we're doing it again today. Before that, we're gonna sing a little bit and we're gonna worship. April, I'm gonna invite these guys out. April and Allison and Glow and Garrison are gonna lead us. And it's a perfect opportunity to remind you that we have a night of worship tonight. It's gonna be amazing. It's at 5 o'clock in this room and we're gonna sing a lot. We're gonna celebrate communion together. We're gonna pray together. It's gonna be a fantastic evening. The team's got an incredible program planned, so you're gonna wanna be here for that. But at this time, I'd love for you to stand if you're willing and able. Introduce yourself to somebody around you. Welcome them to Buckhead Church, and we're gonna sing together.
Hey, good morning, Buckhead Church. So excited to be able to have this time of singing together with you. So if you're not afraid, lift your voice, let's sing together. Let praise be a weapon that silences
sing it together? I know I need the encouragement of this next song now more than I ever have. And I hope if you need this encouragement, that it encourages you too. Let's sing who he is to us. It was lonely in the dark, but you were working. It was painful, it was hard, but you were working all things for my good. Couldn't feel you at the time.
Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. I'm an heir of salvation. I've been purchased by God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. This is my story. God, this is my song. I'll be praising my Savior all the day long. Perfect submission, all is at rest. I in my Savior am happy and blessed, watching and waiting, looking above, filled with His goodness, lost in His love. And this is my story. This is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. God, this is my story. This is my song. I'll be praising my Savior all the day long. All the day long. We praise your name all the day long. Oh, we praise all the day long. Oh, we praise all the day long. This is my story. This is my song. I'm praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song. I'm praising my Savior all the day long. God, we come before you today, humble, Lord, because we know that we stand here because of your love, God. Lord, that we can stand here and sing and worship you, God, because of your sacrifice. God, and it is only by your grace and your love. thank you and we praise you. It's in your name I pray. Amen. All right, Buckhead, well, we got a great morning for y'all. So if you would, go ahead and have a seat and turn your attention to the screen.
Hey everybody, we're here at City of Refuge. I'm here with my good friend Bruce Steele, and we're gonna tour some of their facilities and see some of their operations and what they do here. You ready to go?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Well, we're here with Miss Bonds, and she is the principal of City School here at City of Refuge. Tell us a little bit about City School.
Of course, we are grades 3 through 12, and we just want to provide a different type of education for those who may have issues or going through crisis at the time. I love the community. I love serving the students, and that's what I tell them. That's what I'm here for, to be a service to you.
We're here with Chris Enlow, and he is the director of the after-school and out-of-school programs here at City of Refuge. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, with the after-school program, it's a place where we take the kids after school, we do a little programming with them. We actually offer out-of-school programming too, with multiple field trips. We're always trying to spend time with the kids, give them a safe place to be a kid truly, maybe get experiences they would never get anywhere else.
We're here with Chef Jasmine Nathan, and she is the director of the culinary arts training and all the food service here at City of Refuge. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
So what we do here is we develop our workforce, which we're preparing our students for the culinary workforce.
And you're not just training people. You guys prepare about 350,000 meals a year.
Yes, we utilize our volunteers. Our students also assist fulfilling the food needs of someone who has a million other problems. The one thing they don't have to worry about is food security.
Hello, sir.
How are you, sir?
This is John McQueen, and he is the director of recruiting for the cyber security training program. And we'd love for you to just tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
We provide training for folks who are interested in cybersecurity, folks who may not necessarily have an opportunity because they may not have the funds, they may not have access.
Yep.
This program creates a pathway for them. We've been very fortunate to have a graduation rate of over 75%.
Wow.
That changes lives.
Yeah,
That not only
for
changes
sure.
their lives, but the whole trajectory of their entire family.
I just want to say thank you to you guys. Bruce, thank you for showing us around. We're thankful to be able to partner with you, and I'm thankful to all of you because of your generosity, I get to surprise all of them with one of these. And so you each actually get your own check. That one's yours, and that one's yours. So I want you to open it.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Thank you.
You are such an extraordinary investment for us. Thank you to you for your extraordinary generosity.
Let me see what they say.
Thank you, Be Rich.
You can't imagine, it's literally the best part of my job. I get to roll up and just hand out checks because of your generosity to people doing fantastic work in our community. If you haven't contributed to Be Rich yet this year, it's not too late. You can still do that. If you scan the QR code on your chair or just go to our website, you can find out how to give to Be Rich. We'd love for you to continue. We're wanting to continue with the generosity. We have a lot more checks we want to give out to people. So if you haven't already contributed, it's not too late to do that. But today, as I told you earlier, we're launching our serve opportunity, and I want to introduce you up close and personal to some more of our fantastic partners. So would you welcome them to the stage for me right now? That's awesome. You guys come on in and grab a seat. I'm going to introduce you to each of them individually. Thank you guys all. I realize there's lots of things you could be doing with your time today, so the fact that you decided to join us, spend some time with us today, we're grateful for that. This is Stacy Wienick, and Stacy is the senior manager of the corporate and faith partners for Open, I always want to say Open Arms. I was a former partner at my previous church, Open Hand, and they do incredible work in our city. You're going to hear a little bit more about them. This is Marvin Nesbitt. He's the president of FCS. They do great work. You're going to hear a little more about them. This is Edward Phillips. He's actually with City of Refuge. He's the chief development officer at City of Refuge. And this is Tinsley Allman, who's come home. He's the president of Atlanta Mission, former lead pastor at Decatur City Church, actually. formerly, but now President and CEO at Atlanta Mission. I'm going to start over here with you, Stacy. Tell us a little bit about Open Hand and what you guys do, why you exist, and some of the core components of what you guys do.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for having us here today. Open Hand, our mission is simple, and it changes lives every day. We cook, we teach, we deliver, we care. We deliver about 1.4 million meals every year. They're delicious, nourishing meals, and they're sent out into the community to people living with or at risk for chronic and critical illness. Most of our clients live at or below the federal poverty line, and many tell us that without Open Hand, they don't know where their next meal is coming from. But when that meal arrives at their door, delivered by one of our dedicated volunteers, they know that that meal is delivered with love, dignity, and the assurance that somebody out there cares. Our meals are done through the Food is Medicine lens, and we're one of the only organizations in the Southeast that is accredited by the Food is Medicine Coalition. So they're medically tailored meals designed by our registered dietitians, and they're made in our new Community Nutrition Center over on the west side. And that's our new campus that we just moved into about a year ago.
Man, that's so great. So people all over our city, it's one of the things in our family, actually, when we pray oftentimes, I kind of taught my kids to pray, as we're praying, we're thanking God for our meal. One of the things we often say is, hey, there's lots of people in parts of the world who don't know where the next meal's coming from. So we're grateful to have food at our table. And literally, because of you guys, people have meals at their table. How do these people come into contact with Open Hand to become the beneficiary?
Sure. So our clients come from all over. There are a lot of programs out there. There are federal, state, and county programs. People call us up, and we connect them with those programs. Of course, philanthropy plays a big part in how our clients get funded, corporate programs, foundations. So we just work really hard to make sure that we have the funding to ensure that these clients don't go without the meals. And of course, volunteerism. Volunteers save Open Hand at least $1.3 million every year. So we can't do it without you guys.
That's awesome. So I'm going to move over here to you, Marvin. Marvin, tell us a little bit about FCS, because I think what you guys do is so unique in terms of what happens in a lot of cities, in terms of people going into areas and communities. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do at FCS.
I'm happy to do so, but I first just have to say thank you, and thank you all. It just feels so good to be in the house of the Lord this morning, and I just want to acknowledge that and give just praise to Him whom all my blessings flow. So thank you. Sorry.
Good. No, it's great. I love
for
it.
that. Well, we are at FCS. We're a 47-year-old place-based community development organization. We work within a defined footprint that primarily consists of the Thomasville Heights neighborhood and historic South Atlanta. We've been in the historic South Atlanta neighborhood for 25 years, and in Thomasville Heights for almost 3 years now. And so at FCS, our mission is to partner with local neighborhoods to develop solutions that promotes flourishing and God's shalom for all who live in the neighborhood. And so we like to say that we work to reweave the fabric of neighborhoods so that they become places of opportunity, access, and belonging for all. And we do that through 4 core pillars of work. So first, our health and wellness department, which works to improve the neighborhood health outcomes. And then our education pillar of work, which works with our local cluster of schools to help develop solutions and strategies that improve the academic outcomes for youth who are attending schools in the cluster. And then we also are an affordable housing developer, so we build and sell affordable housing pretty much between 80 to 120% of AMI. Sometimes we can go a little deeper in the affordability level. And then we also have a small 32-unit portfolio of rental homes that we rent down below 30% AMI. And then finally, our economic development work, which is really around helping individuals move up the economic mobility ladder and realize their economic dreams, whether it's to earn living wages as well as to maybe become entrepreneurs one day.
So here's what's all that to tell you. I'm going to tell you in layman's terms what all that means is they don't run people out of their own neighborhoods and communities.
Absolutely not.
This is what they do is they've gone into these neighborhoods and they instead of revitalization oftentimes looks like tearing things down and remodeling things and pricing people out of their own homes and neighborhoods. And what they've done instead is they've gone in and through focused community strategies, which is what it stands for, they've tried to figure out how to better these communities, how to lift people out of poverty. They've developed, one of the neighborhoods was a food desert, and they built, tell us a little bit about the Carver Market and the community grounds.
Yeah, often you hear the word gentrification being thrown around a lot. And I think at FCS, what we do is we try to revitalize neighborhoods with intention so that it's actually stayfication. So you don't have to go anywhere. We can responsibly revitalize neighborhoods with the folks who live here, staying here. Yeah. And so when we moved into the historic South Atlanta neighborhood, it was a food desert. The local grocery store was about 3 miles away, so anyone who wanted to access healthy fruits and vegetables, they would have to leave the neighborhood and do so. So we also tried to get the big box operators to come into the neighborhood, but none would take the challenge, and so we decided one day that we'll do it ourselves. And so for 10 years, we've been operating the Carver Market, which is a small 3,000 square foot grocery store in the neighborhood that provides access to healthy food options within the neighborhood without having to leave. It is not a profit center for us. It is a true initiative. We have to subsidize it every year in its operations. And so, but we're happy to do so because it provides a good service to the neighborhood.
That's awesome. And right next door is a coffee shop, and all the people that are employed by this, or 80% of the people that are employed live in the neighborhood, and so they're really not just providing this service, but they're providing jobs, and it's just really extraordinary how you guys are lifting these neighborhoods.
Yeah, absolutely. So just the same amount of time our coffee shop community grounds. I would say make sure you come by and visit. It's probably the cheapest cup of coffee you're probably going to find in the city. So it's worth the drive. And it is not just a coffee shop. We like to call it or refer to it as our third place. It is that place where neighbors can come and gather and collect together and just build true, genuine relationship. It is a place where they can sit and talk about different issues that they may be dealing in their lives or others may be experiencing in their lives. It is an opportunity for them to come together and problem solve, not just with amongst themselves, but also with us. Yeah. And so we really take pride in that opportunity. And like you said, it also provides jobs to neighborhood residents so that they don't have to necessarily leave the neighborhood, but it is an opportunity for them to develop skills that makes them more marketable in the big box environment.
That's cool. And I've been down there. Each time I've been down there, that's exactly what that place is. It's a third place, lots of people gathering there, all sorts of different people. It's really, really great, and your staff does an incredible job. I'm going to come over here to Edward. Edward Phillips is with City of Refuge. You just saw in the video Bruce Steele, who Andy interviewed several weeks ago. But you can give us the real perspective because you do the real work. Edward, tell us a little bit about, for those who didn't get to see that, tell us a little bit about City of Refuge, what you guys do, and maybe a little different perspective on how you serve the city.
Absolutely. So City of Refuge is a one-stop shop for individuals or families who are in crisis. So our goal is when someone walks onto our campus, which you guys got to visualize a little bit, is that we're able to look at them and say, hey, everything you need to get back on your feet is right here all in one place, which provides a sense of security. And ultimately, we're a refuge. We want them to feel safe because we're able to look at them and say, hey, yes, you can find tuition-free preschool, a private school, workforce and job training programs, a full medical clinic, counseling and spiritual support, and then, of course, our housing programs for men and women. Ultimately, that we're able to say, hey, this is truly an uninterrupted journey out of poverty, no matter what crisis you may be coming from. We're hopefully going to get you to a place of independence and sustainability beyond City of Refuge. And ultimately, we believe that transformation is through the love of Jesus, but we're able to provide those practical tools to help them address those things to get there as well.
You guys are also involved in some of the most difficult challenges in our city beyond just homelessness and poverty. Bruce talked a little bit about rescuing young women from trafficking, and some 60% of the murders that take place in our city are in your neighborhood. And so your youth programs, I know it's a significant part of what you guys do. Tell a little bit about the youth programs and how you're trying to invest in the youth in that area.
Absolutely. So youth have always been a critical part of what we do. And probably dating back about 10 years ago, we really said, hey, if we're really going to revitalize our neighborhood, we really need to start with the next generation. We've always provided a lot of programs for adults and really started to strategically build out more programs for the kids in our neighborhood. And part of that has been City School that is on our campus. So it's now a 3rd through 12th grade private school, completely tuition free. 100% of the kids come from low income environments. I think this year we have one kid from a 2-parent household, many of them without transportation. So we get them to and from school with our bus. And then, of course, we have after-school programs and summer camps as well that you got to see a little bit in the video that give them a safe place when school is not in session. So whether that's Thanksgiving and Christmas break, we're gearing up for fall break here next week. So just making sure that we're able to build opportunity for our kids ultimately, where in the local school they may not have that chance and they may kind of fall into the shadows. So we're able to look at them and say, hey, we're going to link arms with you and make sure that you have an opportunity to succeed.
Man, that's great. That's so awesome. So Tinsley, I come to you. You're at probably, Atlanta Mission's got to be our oldest, one of our oldest organizations that serves the people below the poverty line in our community.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think out of Buckhead Church, at the very beginning of Be Rich, we formed that partnership. So
that's right.
It goes way back.
So Atlanta Mission, tell us a little bit about what Atlanta Mission does. You've kind of seen both sides of this. You were a lead pastor and involved partnering with nonprofit organizations, then ultimately felt called and led to go do that. And so leading at Atlanta Mission, tell us a little bit about what you guys do and your perspective kind of as you shifted to the nonprofit.
Yeah, sure. So Atlanta Mission, very simply, we exist to transform through Christ the lives of those who are experiencing homelessness, poverty, and addiction. And so somewhat similar to City of Refuge, we provide complete wraparound services for those men, women, and children that we get the opportunity to serve. So what that means is that on any given day, we'll have about 800 men, women, or children who are staying with us at one of our 3 locations downtown or our drug and alcohol addiction recovery center for men out in Athens. And so we will provide what you would expect, complete emergency services, a safe place to stay, shelter. What are those immediate physical needs that you have that we can meet to help you stabilize in your situation? But our hope for you is that you'll actually stay with us much longer than that and invest in our complete wraparound services that will take you from emergency services, provide you with all the counseling you need, everything you need to help identify your core traumas, the reasons why you're experiencing homelessness, and then give you the tools to break those cycles that wraps up in a vocational training program that would give you the soft skills you need to not only get a job, but also to keep that job. Yeah. And what we're finding is that those who go all the way through our program and graduate that vocational training, we're seeing about 70% of those clients still have their housing situation and still have their job a year after graduation.
Yeah, that's incredible. I love that. And so what, for you, shifting in that direction, how is it different than what you were doing before?
Than what I was doing at Decatur City. I tell everybody that, honestly, Atlanta Mission is probably the most authentic version of church that I've ever been a part of. Wow. Because it's the hands and feet of Jesus. It's front line. I mean, everybody can kind of hold it together for an hour in a service, but nobody shows up at our door trying to pretend like they're holding it together. And so we get to go be faith in action, and we get to be real. And we tell everybody that hope lives here. That's kind of our tagline at Atlanta Mission, and that hope is obviously in the person of Jesus, but it's also in the community that we're able to build. And you get to see people like you who show up at our doors to serve and to volunteer and to help and to mentor, mingle with people who are really walking through a dark place in their life and faith gets real in those situations. So.
Cool. And it's been happening a long time in our city. It started as a soup kitchen in the Great Depression.
Soup kitchen in 1938 for men.
38.
And it's kind of one of the things I love about the mission is we're now this isn't what I love, but just we're the largest and longest running provider of services for men, women, and children experiencing homelessness. But what I love about that is for us, it's always just been see a need, meet a need. And so again, in 1938, that's what was needed. But then we looked out and said, hey, what else can we do as the needs of our city evolve? How can we evolve? And that's the challenge that we face even today, is how can we continue to grow to meet those needs?
That's awesome. Well, whether you've been part of the church just for a short time or a long time, your generosity to our church has allowed us to contribute to some of the things that happen here. So my next question for you guys is something I would love for you to talk about and come to you first, Marvin. Something, and just because I love the uniqueness of this bike program, all of these contributions have been used to further your mission in some unique and important ways. Tell us one of those and why it's made such an impact.
Yeah, so we at FCS, we have a youth group that we've been operating for a number of years. And during the pandemic, we had a person on our team who started teaching young people how to ride bikes. We realized, I don't know, I'm a little older probably than most folks up here, but I mean, riding the bikes, I mean, we would put the bike together from scrap parts and go riding, but we were finding that kids didn't know how to ride bikes anymore. And so we decided to turn her efforts into an actual bike program, teaching kids how to not just ride bikes, but how to overcome fear and build confidence in their daily lives. And so you would think that just riding a bike, learning to ride a bike for kids is something easy to do, but we just learned that it wasn't something, an everyday occurrence. And so again, we start out at the very basics of teaching them what a bike is and what all the parts are and how to maneuver around the different parts of the bike, and then move into helping them overcome their fear of riding the bike, feeling like they're not in control, and just teaching them how to control the bike instead of allowing the bike to control them, like life, right? And so it has just grown into this huge initiative for us, and you all have donated bikes to us for kids. Again, kids don't have bikes, and scrap parts aren't just laying around the city anymore. And so you all have been so generous to us, and it has just been a godsend for the youth in our neighborhood. So much so that our local school cluster has actually adopted it and made it a club at the schools.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's good. That's awesome to hear. Stacy, tell us a little bit about some of your new space or the volunteer space or whatever you want to talk about.
Of course.
I know there's several things that have been contributed. So.
Oh my gosh, but we've been partners with Buckhead Church for so long, and you guys have funded so many important things for Open Hand. We can talk about hardware like tilt skillets and refrigerated vans, and those things are so important because they help move our mission along. It allows our kitchen to keep running and make those 1.4 million meals every year, and our delivery vans deliver meals throughout the community. And then some of the software things, we were able, with funding from Buckhead Church, to develop a proprietary ordering system. Doesn't sound all that exciting, but as people age and become ill, they lose a lot of autonomy, right? And they don't get a lot of choice in their lives. But our ordering system allows them to pick and choose the meals that they like, and it gives them that choice in life, and that allows them a lot of dignity. We believe that, again, part of our mission is love, dignity, and nutrition delivered. And people should have that choice in life. And again, as seniors age, they lose that choice, and we don't want them to lose that dignity.
That's great.
It's really important.
Love that. Edward, how about you guys at City of Refuge? Is there one specific project you like that people here have contributed to?
Yeah, I'd say one of the key pieces for us has been expanding City School that I mentioned, as we have really looked to address more of the crisis with our youth and our community. So our school has traditionally been 5th through 12th grade, and a couple years ago we kind of set out to say, hey, how we take it all the way down through kindergarten. And so, of course, Buckhead was one of the first places we looked to say, hey, we know that the generosity of Be Rich can help make this possible. And so we have now added 3rd and 4th grade over the past couple of years. So we've gone from having about 80 students a year to this year about 125 students. So we've expanded across all of our grades plus 3rd and 4th grade. And then we'll eventually go all the way down through kindergarten starting next August. And really looking at, most of our kids are coming in 2 to 3 years behind. And so instead of having to spend 1 or 2 years catching them up, why can't we just start younger and have them go all the way through with us? And that's what Buckhead is making possible.
That's good. And you're currently in the middle of that expansion project right now. Talk a little bit about that right across the hall. I remember it's a space we did some work in, putting some stuff together before when a volunteer team of ours went down for Be Rich. But you're building out the space. Talk a little bit about what that space was and how you're utilizing it now.
Absolutely. So we used to have a pretty underused recreation space on campus that some of our kids would go hang out and do some classes in. And as we've looked to scale down all the way through kindergarten, we said, hey, why don't we repurpose that space to serve our full K-5 elementary school? And so just a few weeks ago, we broke ground and we'll build out a dedicated classroom for each of those grades. So that'll be open in the spring, but then all of those grades will be added next August. But that whole, it's about a 5,000 square foot space that'll be turned in to elementary school. So then we'll have a wing for elementary, middle, and high school all on our campus. And that'll get us to about 200 kids enrolled in the school.
That's awesome. And it was fun to see there. We got to be there when their kids were changing classes and meet some of the kids. They have so much joy and they love being there and love their principal. She's amazing as well. So Tinsley, how about you guys at Atlanta Mission?
Yeah, as you said, we've been partnered together for so long. It's hard to pick one thing. I mean, I think about the breadth of our and depth of our partnership is probably the thing that's most impressive. I asked somebody on our team, what do you think about when you think about this relationship we have with Buckhead Church? And I love the statement she gave me. She said, your support is purely connected to the heart and the head of our mission. And I love that because what you guys do is you fund things, you show up and volunteer for things that so many people don't think about. That's kind of the head of the mission, right? Like you provide new systems for us. Like I think about it, we have a client badging system now that's enabling us to really walk with our clients and track with them their progress through our program. And to us, that may sound simple, but that creates such dignity for somebody that they now understand where they are in the program, how much further they have to go in the program. And we never could have afforded the system to build that if it wasn't for you. But then also you then turn around and you do things for our preschool and you help us get licensed in that area so that we can provide better education for the kids that we get to serve. Or you provided a donation center manager for us. Most people don't know this, but we run a network of thrift stores. Turns out a lot of us are not great at retail, but donation center managers are. And we're able to then receive donations, turn that product, get it out to our thrift stores, sell it faster, which creates more revenue for us, which then helps us to serve more people. So you do all of that, and you don't even think about it. It's remarkable.
It's interesting. You bring up something amazing. Brian, who's here today, he helps us lead the charge for all this for Be Rich. He's on our staff here. And one of the things we've not been bashful about is funding things that are their core operations and that are position based. And even some of these things, the software, these projects that would make what you're doing better, as opposed to having to come up with something new to sell us that you want us to give to. And so hopefully that's always the case because, it's one of those things, you're so great at what you do and it's such a gift. Your core mission, your core operation is such a gift. We want to help you do that better, not have you come up with something else to do just so that you can generate more funding. And it's just funny, as I've heard some of the different things you guys have talked about, they've just been things that have enhanced what you're already doing. While I'm over here, let's shift gears. So we're launching our Serve today. I'm going to come right back to you, Tinsley. Tell us a little bit about if people chose to sign up and serve, how they can serve at Atlanta Mission. And I think maybe even more important, there's lots, we all just need to do something. But why is that important to you guys at Atlanta Mission when people show up and serve. So what can they do? What are some ways, and then why is that important?
Yeah, let's start with the why it's important. Why it's important, it's simply, you said it earlier, we couldn't exist without volunteers. I mean, we have hundreds of volunteers who come through our organization every week. I mean, by the time you get through a year, you're talking thousands and thousands of people. That's staff that we can't afford. That's in-kind partnerships that we couldn't afford. That's money that we don't have to spend. And it's a huge deal to us from just a purely operating perspective. The other part of it that I think is important, and this kind of goes back to my connection with Atlanta Mission and the journey I've been on, is our vision as an organization is a community that's united to end homelessness one person at a time. We truly believe in the debilitating power of what we call relational poverty. What we see in so many of our clients is that they're void of healthy relationships. And so volunteering for us isn't just important from a systems perspective, it's actually deeply rooted in who we are. Because you, by simply showing up, you help provide healthy relationships for our clients. You help them get rooted in community. And what we see is we see their lives transform, but just as important, and this is the part I didn't expect on my journey, your life is going to be transformed. Just by showing up, I promise you, God's going to do something in your life that you never expected. And I get to see it every Christmas, and we just sent out a text to our small group yesterday as well. But every Christmas, our small group serves together as part of Be Rich. And we show up, and we last year we built gingerbread houses with little kids. Please don't go sign up for that opportunity. I want to do that one again. But it's an amazing thing. You just show up on a Friday night and you build gingerbread houses, and the joy and the delight and the normalcy and just I can't even think of more adjectives that you create in the life of a child and their parents is you get to just do something that you probably were going to do anyways. And so opportunities, you can do anything from mentor kids to teach a class to help us with a physical project to beautification to we do large group things to show up with your small group this holiday season. We're going to have so many different decorating things, opportunities, so many easy ways for you to connect. We're doing our volunteer director told me the other day that we just started. A volunteer project now is hosting birthday parties for the kids at our campus. And how many of us take a birthday party for granted? Well, our kids don't get to have a birthday party normally. And you could just your small group could host a birthday party for the kids on our campus, and it's just an amazing opportunity.
That's incredible. I love that. So practical and so meaningful. So how about you guys, Edward, at City of Refuge? If somebody wants to get involved at City of Refuge and serve, what are ways they can serve, and why is that significant?
Yeah, I mean, for us, this time of year is crucial for folks that we serve and walk alongside, and the holidays can be very trying for someone who is living in poverty or crisis. And so knowing that they have a community that's going to show up for them, and that a place like Buckhead is going to prioritize that, even in the midst of our lives being crazy in the end of the year, that Buckhead prioritizes showing up. And that's crucial for us. And again, those who show up on our campus looking for help. And so whether that's coming to our kitchen and serving a meal, or going to city school and serving them lunch, which I just got to do that the other day. Like, even as a staff member, got to jump in and just get to see the joy on these kids' faces, literally just by serving them lunch. And so something simple, low barrier, it takes an hour, show up, and you can go back to work, home, wherever you're going. But then serving with our kids in many other ways. So coming into after-school programs and helping a kid with homework and tutoring them, or even showing up and mentoring, which is a big part of something we've launched here with Buckhead. So coming in on a monthly basis and actually mentoring a kid who just needs to see folks outside of their bubble. And so we're in the zip code 30314. Not a lot of folks venture down to our neighborhood on a regular basis. And so just having folks show up, that is, again, so important to say, hey, we want to link arms with you, and especially the kids in our community, and show them what life looks like beyond our neighborhood is crucial.
Yeah, that's good. Sometimes people just need to see it. They need to hear about it and know what's possible for them to get a vision for where their life could go, especially when they don't have one of those. So, Marvin, how about you guys?
Yeah, we have quite a few opportunities. We have our Fall Fest, which is like our neighborhood health and wellness fair, where we just set up this huge venue in the park, in the neighborhood, and we have volunteers who come out, help us set up, help us break down, help us man different booths. And then we do, obviously, the Literacy Day with the local school cluster where volunteers come in to read. But one of the fun things for us, and I think where you all have really enjoyed leaning in, is our Christmas store that we turn our community room into a minor, small Toys R Us.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Every year, right?
It's awesome.
And if you just think about it from the standpoint that our neighborhood, within our footprint, the average median income is still below $30,000 per household. So what this does, we do this huge toy drive. We get these toys in from different organizations, different groups, and then we price them at a place where individuals can come from the neighborhood and shop with dignity for their families during the Christmas holiday. And so Buckhead Church has been a huge, huge supporter of that. And you come down, you help set up the Christmas store, which I still have not figured out how our community room goes from a community room to look like
transformation.
Just transformation, right?
Yeah.
And you all help us with that. You also help the families shop. You make suggestions for the families, and you all wrap gifts, and then you also put on this huge toy drive and donate toys. And so we certainly couldn't do it without you all. And so you all are certainly instrumental in helping us with ensuring that the families within the neighborhood are able to provide for their kids and do it in a very dignified way. And we certainly don't have the financial capacity and as well as the staffing capacity to pull something like that off ourselves. It's a very 2-week intense process that you all certainly make a lot easier for us.
Yep. So, Stacy, the interesting thing about you guys is probably this is one of the most significant things for you, is because a big budget line item for you would be the work that it takes to pack all that stuff up. So talk about why volunteers are central. And I think you gave the number earlier, how much money it saves you a year.
Volunteers save us probably about $1.3 million every year. So it's an important line item in the budget.
Yep.
Volunteers are obviously integral to what we do at Open Hand, but it not only is important financially, but it's important to us, to our staff. It uplifts our clients. It uplifts our staff. It's an easy opportunity. You can come to campus. You can pack meals. It's a 4-hour shift. It's fun. Our staff makes it fun. We crank up the music. 12 and older can come pack meals with an adult. And it's easy. We also have market baskets to pack with fresh fruits and vegetables. You can deliver meals out in the community. It's a great way to actually connect with our clients. Again, our staff makes it as seamless as possible. We have an app, so when you deliver meals, you don't get lost out in the community. Our new campus is beautiful. You have an opportunity to see that. It's almost double the square footage of our old campus. It's really going to allow us to increase our mission impact over time. Awesome. And again, it's designed to make things bright, light, easy, convenient, lots more parking, little things like that. So our volunteers have a really positive experience. And it really allows you to connect with our mission and see what we're doing to influence the lives of others.
That's awesome. So one of the things reason I wanted you to hear this is because we're not trying to create busy work for anybody. Nobody wants to create busy work. These guys all have important work that they're doing, and they need partners alongside them. And this is a season when there's people that come in, and one of the reasons we do this is many of you in our churches have connected with these organizations, and you've begun ongoing and long-term relationships with them once you've gotten involved serving because of the joy and the meaning and the dignity you see it providing for other people, and the significance it is that you feel when you show up and serve alongside their teams. So I couldn't encourage you enough. As it relates to Be Rich, some of you wonder, what's our goal? We have an agenda, by the way, and I don't know if we've told you guys this. We do have an agenda, and our agenda is this. We want our community to know we're here. We want our community to be glad we're here, and we want our community to be better off because we're here. We want them to know we're here, And that's why we give money, and that's why we give our time, and that's why we show up outside of these walls. If all we do is gather in these walls, people don't know we're here. But if we show up and we want them to be glad, we want them to show up in good ways, in ways that they're grateful that we're showing up, and that they're better off. And so that's why we do this, but we could not do it without you. We're good at what we do. But you guys are the best of the best in our city at doing what you do. And I just wanted to say thank you one more time for all that you do to serve our cities. Will you thank them one more time? And it wouldn't be rich if I didn't have a check for you. And you didn't know this was coming. And because of your generosity, I actually get to hand each one of you a check for your organizations to help you better do what you do. And I'm not gonna make you open it right here. Would you thank them one more time? You guys are all set. You guys can head out this way. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yep. These guys are gonna head out to our lobby. They're gonna head out to our lobby. Some of you may wanna ask some more questions, find out more about what they do, or specifically if some of the serving opportunities might be good for you or for your family. So they're gonna head out around. There's some spots all throughout the lobby that they're gonna be out at. But I wanna give you just a minute. We're finishing just a couple minutes early. I wanna give you just a minute in our time in here. I'm gonna put this QR code up on the screen for you to engage. If you wanna sign up to serve today, and I'm gonna give you an incentive in just a second, if you scan this QR code or text BC Serve to 51255, it'll take you to the place where, or you'll either get sent a link or the QR code will take you to a place to serve. And if you sign up to serve today, you're gonna get one of our Be Rich t-shirts. Some of you have asked, hey, where do I get one of those shirts? The Give, Serve, Love shirts. I love seeing people with those shirts in the community. If you sign up today and you just take out and show them, hey, I signed up right out there at the Be Rich table, we'll give you a free t-shirt today. For you and for all those who are going to serve with you. We'd love for you to sign up to do that. If you haven't given, it's not too late to give to Be Rich. We'd love for you to participate in that as well. As we wrap up, I want to remind you, tonight is our night of worship, so don't miss out on that. It's going to be an amazing time this evening. We've got an extended time of worship. We're going to open the Bible a little bit. We're going to take communion together. We're going to pray together. It's going to be a powerful evening. And so if Buckhead Church is your home, and if you didn't make it out today, if you're watching online, come to the building tonight. We'd love for you to join us for our night of worship. Other than that, next week, we're beginning a brand new series. Every time we start something new is a perfect opportunity to invite somebody, so I hope you'll join us next week. In the meantime, let's go be the church where we live, work, and play, and we'll see you next week right back here at Buckhead Church.